I am pleased to announce that my new book, titled Go One More, is releasing June 24th, 2025. And those three simple words have changed and transformed not only my life, but thousands of other people's lives as well. I've been working on this book for nearly the last 2 years, and I'm extremely proud of this work and very excited to get it into the hands of all of you. This book, the meaning, the lessons, the stories shared mean a whole lot to me. So thank you. You don't know by now, I am a sports nutrition dietary supplement company. You know how much work has gone into building it. Embrace the suck. Now it's time to give you guys. Let's go! My life changed in 2018, and it was based off of one decision. And this was during a training block for my first marathon, which was the Austin, Texas Marathon. And I was downtown Austin one morning, and I had an 18-mile training run scheduled in preparation for the race coming up. And as I approached mile 10 of this 18-mile run, I made the decision to quit. I stopped running, and I started walking back to the house that I was running at the time. And as I was walking back to the house, I started thinking about this decision and the negative consequences that would come from this decision. I wasn't just quitting on a training run. I wasn't just quitting on myself. That decision was me saying, I'm going to quit on all of these other things in my life. What does this one decision say about me and my character and my commitment? Will I quit on my business? Will I quit on my relationships? Will I quit on my future marriage and my family and my ambitions and my dreams and all of my aspirations? And I was thinking about all of this as I was walking back to my house. So I stopped and I realized if I didn't go back to that trail and finish this run, that was going to set the foundation of who I was going to become for the rest of my life. So I turned around, I walked back to the trail, and I finished that run. I ran 18 miles. And after I crossed that pivotal point and that mark of 18 miles, I decided to run one additional mile to prove to myself that I could, and to prove to myself that I won't quit when it gets hard, when it gets challenging, when obstacles and resistance present themselves. So I finished 19 miles that day, and I went back to my house after that. I took my hat off, not thinking much of it, and I wrote one more on the bill. And I took a photo of that hat, and I posted it on social media, and the response was wild. People were sending me photos night and day on multiple different platforms of them taking their hat off, writing one more under the bill, and that being a daily reminder, a consistent reminder that when it gets hard, as it should, when obstacles present themselves, when there is resistance, you lean in and you go one more. You do more than you thought that you could. I realized that day that decision, not only to run one additional mile, but to share the story, struck a nerve in so many people. It was significant. And one more then evolved into Go One More. And that foundation, that decision, those three simple words became a guiding light, became a vision for what I was then going to work towards and accomplish. Go One More was founded off of the idea, the concept of an action. It was doing more. Running one more mile, doing one more rep in the gym, working one more hour on your business. But I learned over time that just doing more of something or doing more of everything is not going to produce the results you necessarily want and desire. Go One More, while still an action, is much larger and greater than that. Go one more is an outcome. And we achieve and accomplish the outcome of go one more by making intentional decisions. Decisions that require and are facilitated through clarity and vision of what we want to accomplish in our life, who we want to become, the impact that we want to create, the legacy that we are leaving. Every decision has the power to change our life if we are very intentional with those decisions, thinking long term instead of short term, building legacy, creating impact. Go one more is not just an action to me anymore. It is ultimately an outcome. And in this book, I share lessons through stories and experiences, through the many mistakes and failures and upsets. When I first started Bare Performance Nutrition, I was telling my dad the plan of how it was just gonna blow up in the first month of sales. And he sat me down and he was like, it's not gonna happen like that. If it was that easy, every single person would do it. And he was absolutely right. But also accompanied by wins and accomplishments and successes that reinforce the things that I have learned over these last couple years that has helped me shift this perspective that go one more, yes, it is an action, but more importantly, an outcome. And an outcome that can change our life and the lives of many other people around us forever. Although a lot of the stories, lessons, and experiences that I share in this book are from my view, my lens, my life, I wrote this book not for me. I wrote this book for you. I felt and do feel obligated to share what I've learned and how Go One More has evolved for me over time. I don't want you to make the same mistakes I've made of just doing more to do more. I want you to realize and learn that there is power in doing more at the right time, in the right place, for the right reasons. And that it's not just doing more. It's not just an action, but Go One More is an outcome that I have learned and realized and have accepted, and I want you to achieve and realize those same things. So you can purchase Go One More when it goes live June 24th, 2025, but you can pre-order it right now on popular sites like Amazon, Target, and Barnes & Noble. I'm really excited. I'm really proud of this work, and I appreciate all the love, all the support over the years, and with this book launch. So as always, Go One More.